Dunking.
Klaus is like on pure point guardness.
Yeah.
Klaus beats Lance
Could
Wildfire. I
we?
think
Could
Klaus's
you actually?
assist to turnover ratio is like 20,
I would like to see a pure point guard rating for both of them.
but beyond the assist to turnover ratio, I don't know
Like,
how better to do that. But
really,
yeah, Klaus's
you can't calculate pure point guard rating. There is a stat for that. Let me see if I can find it. Pure point rating. Let's figure out the formula for that. Here it is. 100 times the league pace over the team pace times the fifth times 2/3 minus turnovers over minutes. Here, I'll post this to you. Yeah, this is the pure point rating, which basically just determines purely how good of a point guard this player is. But otherwise, like just looking at Lance, he is right here.
league pace. Well, actually, I have that somewhere. That's on PDR somewhere. I assume that's the my PDR stats.
Like I'm just going to highlight Lance in green right now because he is just that good of a player.
He is. He's Arizona's top point guard and team captain and team leader.
He's a top 3 point guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
So it's
people don't
100
give
times league pace over team pace times assists.
I'll do that. Make pizza.
Reverse
Power. Yeah.
divided by.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Klaus edges out.
All right.
Lance Wildfire's, based on your equation, Lance Wildfire's pure point guard rating is 11.5.
Ooh,
Klaus is
that's really
12.8.
nice. Ooh, those are really nice numbers.
Like
Just
I
for
said,
those who don't
it
know,
was arguable.
A PPR rating is basically just purely how good of a point guard a player is. Doesn't matter position. It doesn't take into account that. Just takes into account how good of a point guard a player is, or how good. So what you really want is if you're above 10, those are like all-star caliber point guards.
Right.
So having an 11 and a 12, so so Klaus is a better point guard, but I think that Lance right now is just a better player.
Really, I
I
did not
think
expect that
I,
from him.
I would also
Some
bet.
other characters that we've recently gone into from a pure point guard thing from the last two teams we looked at, Jerry
Mhm.
Naranjo is 9.9.
That's really good.
Ren Inouye is 11.3.
Who?
Ren Inouye?
Damn. I knew that Ren was a good point guard, but
Uh,
yeah,
see,
like, I mean, that makes sense. He is one of the premier point guards in the league as well.
look at the other ones we have. Uh, Drake is 8.4.
Hmm.
Not too bad.
My guard is
Yeah, to give you
Summer.
guys some references for in terms of the NBA, the PPR of Chris Paul is an 11. So, I mean, just take that into account. Steve Nash is a 9.98. Ricky Rubio is a 7.86. So if you're looking at, LeBron James is a 1.53.
So it's
DeMarcus.
yes, a lot of the like star pointer guards that we've had, the ones I've been saying, oh hey, have an assist to turnover ratio at least 8. A lot of those have, or at least 6. A lot of those have the pure point guard rating over 10.
Yeah, if you're over 10, then I would consider that an all-star point guard.
because Devin Kellendine is 11.3, Teo Masali is 10.8, Alessandro Serra is 10.6, Aditya is 11.6. But it's going back to Arizona. The difference between who's the better point guard between him and Klaus is the better pure point guard, hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, he is a
But
better,
Lance has better all
player.
around.
He's a better player, I'd say.
And also, Lance is also slightly younger than Klaus Korber, so I would say Lance has a little bit of youth on his side.
I don't think youth should come into effect really when you talk about point guards because that requires decision making and that requires experience.
So, yes, Klaus is the better pure point guard, but Lance is an all-around threat. So it's the argument, okay, which of the two is the best point guard in the league? But the point is, he's either number one or number two point guard in the league.
Yeah. He's in the
hands down.
Yeah, he's a top 3 point guard.
It's a
top
neck and neck
point
battle
guard.
between the two.
He's either number 1 or number 2. There is no question.
All right, we've established that. Let's look at the rest of the team, shall we?
Yeah. Okay.
We got this Monty Silverthorne down here.
Yeah, I think he's going to be their backup point guard from what I've gathered.
4.4? I don't know if you really need to play him back.
I've been holding 4.4. Around 4 or better is what I would consider a backup point guard.
I mean, he could play starting point guard. You could put Lance at shooting guard, and that you would have then 2 ball handlers on the floor, which would make them a very dangerous threat.
Well, do we have anyone else on the team we would rather be the shooting guard?
Other than Van Stroom potentially, but he doesn't have that many minutes, so I don't know what to do. I don't know about him.
I think we already said. I think you said in the pre-FA summaries that you wanted to see Justin Strum in the preseason play more, see what he can do.
Yeah.
Get more play time this
he
season.
He should not be skipping any games in the preseason because you need to know, okay, is he worth getting?
Yeah.
Because his numbers look outstanding. It's just that he has very low play time, so we can't say.
If he had more
for Hill, he could turn into a Juniper Hill.
Yeah. So give him time to play during preseason and see how he does. We've already got that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, other than Remy, and Remy's, I would not put potentially as a starting. I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Remy, he's more of a backup or reserve, I would say.
I mean, look at this. If you put Monty Silverthorne and Lance Wildfire in at point guard and shooting guard, you have 2 really good ball handlers on the floor.
Well, I'm not putting. You can put over 40 as a light green. I'm putting the bright green for the 3-point as the top 20, so the over 45%.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, Monty was just picked up in free agency too, so I really wouldn't. I wouldn't really say anything about Monty until you've actually had a chance to see how it works with the team.
Well, yeah, but he did play 2,000 minutes last year, so I think that he's going to be good.
Monty added 71 points for shooting threes.
Right there. So, put Monty out there with Lance Wildfire. You have an extremely dangerous 3-point shooting duo in your backcourt. And then, considering Lance or Monty can both pass the ball and are both willing to, you have a pretty dangerous front court or backcourt right there, which I think could be one of the better ones in the league.
Okay, so how about their forward depth?
That's where things start getting rough.
I think Wiley Twaddle is definitely a liability on their team.
Yeah, Wiley is one of those players that are probably going to be retired next year more than one.
Same, I can almost say for Mitch Ruffcorn.
Yeah, Mitch and Wiley are in their twilight saga right now.
I mean,
their twilight years.
Forward, got Albert, who.
Albert's more of a forward than he is a guard, though. So I would probably put him at power forward or small forward, maybe.
Forward. You could put Remy, or you could put Middledorf at small forward.
I would go with Middendorf, personally. That would be my pick for that one.
Well, he is the next highest on PER, and we do want sort of all-around threat for it.
Yeah. I mean, what I think they're lacking is a power forward because they got and a center. They need backup centers. Seriously,
yeah, we
Servan wasn't doing them that well. They need it. They need a stronger center if Morgan isn't going to improve his offensive.
we're trying to get who are we trying to? I need to go
What
get
did I say over here?
Reeves, yeah.
Needs big, especially really good small forward.
I think they might have gotten a good small forward and Paul
Yeah, like I'm saying, they need a power forward and a small forward.
Sirhan can be a good backup center.
Yeah, the team is looking nice, looking pretty good. With Lance Wildfire leading the helm at the helm of this team I think could. Oh,
If we can get Fenris Briley, who we're looking for in free agency, we might be all right.
Because
Yeah,
as a
Lance
backup center, Sirhan is great. As a backup big. So, yeah, if you can get a good power forward, which they don't yet have.
I would say right here, Lance is a top 10 player in the league. Especially if you have
We've already covered Lance.
Yeah.
I know. So he's gonna lead the
Stop
team.
reiterating.
He's gonna lead the team, and then you're gonna have Monty by his side. You're gonna have. I mean, other than those two, though, I don't really see a power in this team unless they can get some nice backups or Morgan can improve. If they can do that, this team can be dangerous. It's a team to watch out for. I won't say that this team is a powerhouse, but I think that they are a dark horse.
They are indeed that.
What does Scott and Paul play?
Scott is more of a power forward. I think Paul is more of a small forward.
Yeah. They're small and power duos.
And we already know that Scott isn't really around for his ability. He's around for stories.
He's around to be for the Polachekisms.
Oh god. 2 Polacheks on one team.
And I will say this about Toby, I am going to be working with Wendigo to improve his stats over the course of the year, so I want to improve his, I definitely want to improve his offense. Defense, I believe, is all about maybe subpar, probably improve on that a little bit. I definitely want to improve on him a little bit more, make him more of a asset to the team than just be a liability. So, yeah.
Based on what we have, we currently still have to give Sirhan the starting power forward spot. They don't really have much big depth at all right now. Because who do they do backup? Scott?
They don't have a backup.
We're working on, like I said, we're working on getting those last 2 backups. Hopefully Fenris and more than likely Sherman downward from Texas.
Because right now it's Sirhan's your bigs, Arizona's bigs. It's not like, oh hey, it's a weak spot. It's not a strength. When your starters are not going to, Arizona against Seattle, DQ and Jake Turner are just going to walk all over these 2 people. Barnaby Jazz is just going to walk all over them. Zach Tay is just going to walk right over them. So it's not a weakness. It's not going to compete against the best in the league.
Right.
And Stevie went to dinner. So next team,
Dakota Bikers.
Dakota.
the other team that we have to have the big massive caveat that their team's only half full.
Oh wow.
Yay.
I think we could skip them for right now and just move on to next team just for now.
We should still at least roughly talk about them.
Well, no, I mean come back to them at the end, just because we can't really say much about them when they only have 6 players. They can barely field a starting lineup.
Well, we did talk about Montana, and they were in the same situation.
They had 7.
Yeah, would be fair.
Yeah, let's see. Brian D'Angelo, Catherine
Currently-
Deneuve,
I mean, just
Dylan
looking at them
Redfield,
right